Hi, I'm Auden, and I'm gonna tell you a story about my creepy house. In 2000, my family got back together and we moved to New Hampshire. And I remember the first night we stayed in this house, a beautiful house. Um, it felt different than other places that I lived. It felt more crowded, like a whole bunch of people were living there, but it was just the four of us. I remember the house smelled really good, like flowers. Almost, I always thought it was some fancy cleaner used to clean the house before we moved in, but every now and then, for the 4 years we lived there, we would smell these flowers, and we never had flowers. We never had flowers because my mom killed them. Well, one night, probably after a year of living there, my sister and I were trying to go to sleep for it was a school night. Outside of her bedroom was a huge room that was connected to two other rooms. Um, with hard floors, and my sister and I heard what sounded like a woman in heels walking across the floor. Nobody in the house owned a pair of heels at the time, so it was very weird. The walking continued for about a minute. We didn't know what it was. Um, Later that year, I had won a camera from a school fundraiser, and it was one of those that required like a roll of film. I took random pictures with it. I took pictures of the room and the trees outside. When I got the film back after getting them developed, I was going through the pictures and I came across um, one that made everyone's hair on their arms stand up. Yeah, every like hairs on their arms standing up. Well, you can't really see mine 'cause the picture of the trees, it uh, I took, and there was a woman dressed in an old-fashioned dress and an apron. Her hair was in a bun. It was it looked like she was turning turning her head away from me as I took the picture. So yeah, hold on. Where was I? Um, okay. Oh, the woman in the picture was dark, and I couldn't see her face, but I saw the bun in her hair. It was crazy. I I seriously did not believe that I saw this and took this picture. Another weird incident happened a year later. My dad had just picked me and my sister up from school. We had a van at the time, with sliding doors, and whenever we would go somewhere, someone strong would have to close the back sliding door. My sister couldn't because she was no. Because she slammed her thumb in it once and refused to shut it ever again. So we went home. I got out of the passenger seat, and my sister and dad are already out. No one had shut the sliding door yet, so I went to go do it. Um, Before I could, my dad says, "Hey, thanks." I said, "For what?" He says, "For shutting the door." I tell him that I didn't, and we just looked at each other with confused looks. We looked at each other like, "I don't see you." Our faces, the confused looks of our faces, because no one shut that door. Sorry, I'm playing my face at the same time. Last time, let's do something on the computer. I wrote this all down, so. Finally, before we moved out, summer of 2004, my sister and I were riding our bikes outside, and I stopped and noticed the lady from my pictures in our bedroom window. That was the creepiest house I have ever lived in, besides the one I'm living in now. I believe that the ghost of our landlord's mother was haunting the house because she had died there a long time ago and they lived there. I also, I always wonder if that house is still haunting the people that live there now, or if they heard or seen strange things. I don't know. Probably. Can we? Yeah. So that's my creepy house story. Sorry it wasn't that exciting in the video, but it's a creepy story. That's true, by the way. Completely true, I swear. See? 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 Um, so yeah, that's my story, and I'm in a really small room right now. Yeah, I'm listening to Maroon 5. So, you should subscribe, and I will have better videos, and I will tell more stories, haunting stories, and some actually happen to my friends too. And I will vlog, and I will peace. I promise my videos will get better. Uh, Thanks guys, I love you. Um, this is my first video, by the way. Love you. Bye.